It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday and always so good to have you with us. As we reach the end of another week, it's time for us to really quickly look back at some of the biggest stories from the world of tech for the past week, and that's why we have our friend in tech, expert Dennis Jansen van Rensburg. Happy New Year to you, sir.
Same to you.
Great to have you. Great to have you back with us. Our
you.
first story involving a Russian startup company that has astronomers up in arms. Why?
Well, as you can imagine in this digital age, you need to be advertised to a lot for people to make money, right?
Yeah.
And that's how all of our digital platforms work these days. Everything is run on ads. Now, they've come up with a new idea to advertise from space. And that's why people are thinking, how would that actually work?
And who are you advertising to
how
from
big
space?
do you have to be to, you know?
So this company is saying, okay, what we'll do is we'll send up little small satellites into space that will basically full open, kind of like a sheet, and will reflect sunlight onto Earth, and that'll be a massive billboard put up in space. So essentially, you can imagine in the twilight hours of the morning or the evening, you can see a massive billboard streak across the sky, and it'll show KFC or
Please
whatever
don't.
business you would want to
Please don't.
advertise. I mean, that's a big idea.
No,
Well,
it's
I mean,
stupid.
is it intrusive or is it innovative?
It's a bit of both, I'd say.
What line are we walking at? 'Cause
I mean, just imagine getting out of the city for a while. You just want to be in
Oh,
nature.
Lord.
And then you see this massive
Orion's
billboard
belt now has a belt buckle that says...
Right.
Yeah.
No, please don't do
But
it,
look,
guys.
okay, maybe
Don't do
we
it.
went through the same thing with television. We were like, we hate adverts, but television exists because the adverts exist.
No, exactly. And the same for social media,
This
for example.
funding, I mean, I've got no issue if we fund the next trip to Mars with this sort of thing, but I mean, how expensive would it be to do this? Is it worth the effort?
Well, the idea is that it would be quite cheap because these satellites are basically the size of a tissue box, and it would send hundreds of them into space at the same time, and it would basically unfurl a sheet that's maybe 2 meters by 2 meters, and kind of have a pixelated view of whatever you're trying to advertise. So the costs won't be great, and that's why the startup has garnered a lot of attention, because they seem like they know how to,
Yeah,
put something
guys,
up in
let's
the
just
sky and make
continue to
money.
add trash to space. It's not like it's an existing problem
Yeah,
already
man.
that's like hit a couple of rockets that we've sent. Let's just do that. And then one day it'll all just come burning through the atmosphere and then hit somebody on the head and then be like, oh, it's a danger. Let's not do it anymore. Please don't do it.
There's
Like, the
some
sky is
poor
beautiful as it is.
Amazonian
Please don't.
tribe now
Don't.
that is going to have their whole ethos redefined
Oh.
because they've just seen something that, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Don't.
Can we move on to kind of data gathering? I was asking you earlier if our phones are listening to us. We are becoming incredibly paranoid at data capturing at the moment. Teachable parasite. Okay, what is that? It terrifies me. Just the term terrifies me. 2 European designers have put this out there into the world, and it's obviously had a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, I think, as you said, rightly, because a lot of people are concerned about privacy now.
As we should be.
As we should be. And a lot of companies have started to use your data in ways that you probably didn't think they would use it to start off with. So this little device that you pop on top of your smart home speaker, so that would be for Amazon Alexa, the Google Homes of the world, and also from the other competitors. It's essentially there to stop those devices from listening to you. So as you said, your phone is listening to you. Yes, probably. We don't have any real evidence that it is, but we surely believe that it is. And then the same for the smart speakers. So these obviously are assistants in your home, but at some point they have to be listening to you in order to basically do what you want it to do. So the question is it listening to you when you don't think it's listening to you in between all the commands you give it?
Oh.
And this is what this device is there for. So you pop it on top of that device and it basically interferes with that microphone, and then it pumps garbage sounds into the
They must
speaker.
change the name to something a bit more positive. Teachable parasite is terrifying.
Yeah,
Change it to like
that's
the
a shocking
protector.
Well, it's meant
the
to
protector.
evoke some emotion, and it looks like a parasite that grows from some soil. So it looks weird and it sounds weird because it's there to get
I
your
want
attention.
one. I want one. Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, especially for people who think it's something they have to be concerned about.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark, for that.
They're always listening. They're always listening. Thanks, man. Exciting yet terrifying all at the same time. Let us know which stories have caught your attention in the world of tech and share them with us online using #Expresso Show. Don't worry, we're not listening.
Scare me,
We're not
You
listening.
scare me, bro.
But